as red. She's got the spices, smiles so bright. Cooking with Judith right by my side. By my side. Chop, chop, sizzle, frying pan heat. From pancakes to a fancy feast. Cooking with Judith, fun to say the least. The least.
Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Judith, and with Thanksgiving fast approaching, I thought we'd do a pumpkin pie today. Besides, I just wanted pie. So we've got canned pumpkin. Now if you can get a hold of an actual pie pumpkin, you could cut it up and cook it down yourself, and that would probably be superior to any canned product. Some sweetened condensed milk. Now, if you don't have sweetened condensed milk, you can use heavy cream, but you will have to add sugar. Usually a brown sugar. A couple of eggs. And, of course, our spices. Cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, cloves, and a touch of salt. And, of course, it wouldn't be a pie without a crust. So I have made my pie crust, and it's been refrigerated. You do want to rest your pie crust in the fridge for at least an hour before you use it, up to 2 days. I made mine last night. So, of course, once you take it out of the fridge, you want to bring it up to room temperature, or at least leave it out of the fridge for an hour or two before you use it. Okay, first things first, we have to roll out our pie crust. So, dust a clean countertop or work surface with flour. Put your pie crust on. Well, at this point it's not a crust, it's a dough. And sprinkle a little flour on top. And of course you want to put some flour on your rolling pin. Now, gently flatten. And roll it out. Okay, once you have your pie crust rolled out and placed into your pie plate. And for this we're doing a 9-inch pie. Just make sure it's all down. Then we're just going to trim the edges off. So you want a sharp knife and just go around. And yes, we're cutting it flush with the pie. We are not going to crimp the edges on this one. I have something else in mind. So don't toss away the pie crust that you're trimming off. We are going to use that. And there we go. So with the trimmings, just put those aside for now and probably cover them with the plastic wrap your pie crust has been resting in. Might as well just reuse that. Just give them a cover so they don't dry out. We won't be long. So next we are going to mix our pie filling. So in a large bowl, we're going to put our pumpkin, and that's about 1 2/3 cups. I will put milliliters in the written recipe as well. Then we are going to add 3/4 of sweetened condensed milk. And then, the same bowl the pumpkin was in, I'm just going to whisk up the eggs. 2 large eggs. Oops, make sure there's no shell in there. There we go. So there's our 2 eggs. Then we are going to add our spices. We have a teaspoon of cinnamon, a half teaspoon of ground nutmeg, half a teaspoon of ginger, quarter teaspoon of cloves, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to mix these all together. Let's start with the spatula. Probably going to switch to a whisk because we want this nice and smooth and everything blended well. And as you can see, the spices have a tendency to clump together. So just, might not need the whisk for this after all. It is looking lovely and smooth. Okay, we're going to pour that into our prepared pie crust. And just even it out. There we go. Okay, give it a little shake. Now, with our leftover bits of pie crust, we have a plan. So pick your favorite cookie cutter. I think I'll use the maple leaf. Well, maybe the oak leaf will be easier. And if your bits of pie crust are a bit thick, just give them a little roll. There we go. So then we commence to cut out our little leaves. You can use whatever decoration you choose. It don't have to be leaves, it could be acorns or pumpkins. I think one of those is supposed to be a pumpkin. Okay. As I said, we want a little bit of water, and I'm just going to dampen the edge. And I'm going to lay our leaves around. And I'm going to overlap them a little. Decorating our pie edges. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees. So, finished product, you should have leaves all the way around, overlapping a little bit. Don't worry if they're not perfect. They will be beautiful. Now, if you want them nice and glossy when they're done, you can give them a little bit of an egg wash or even a brush with milk. I don't happen to have any milk in the house, so now we just wait for the oven to heat. And then we bake at 425 for 10 to 15 minutes until things start to look brown on the edges. And then we lower the temperature to 325 and continue baking for another 30 to 40 minutes. So that's a total of 40 minutes in the oven, 10 minutes at 425, and 30 minutes at 350. And it's lovely and set, if you can see. Put a just very slight wigglies, and if you poke it with a toothpick, the toothpick comes out clean. So this will probably sink a little. They usually do. But now, let it cool completely, and it's time for dessert. The proper way to serve pumpkin pie, in my opinion, is with whipped cream. Once your pie is completely cooled, you can cut into it, and let's have a taste. Oh, that is silky. Smooth. Oh, taste the spices. And that is Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's all in one little piece. And I have to admit, it is not cold because I just let it cool. I didn't chill it. It would be even better chilled. I do like my pumpkin pie chilled. Let's try some of the fancy crust we did. Oh, that's good. It's crisp and flaky. Not too sweet. In fact, you really can't get any sweetness from it, but a wonderful pastry. I will link the recipe for that. I can't stop eating this. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a like, share with your friends and family, leave me a comment, let me know how you're spending your Thanksgiving. Love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again with a new recipe really soon.